hasn't been much in the way of updates or upgrades to Apple's Mac Pro for a while now. However, back in April 2017 Apple acknowledged the outright for support of the Mac Pro by teasing that it's working on a modular and upgradable Mac Pro. Apple then followed this statement up by reiterating in a press release for the new iMac Pro sale date that the Mac Pro 2019 is still in development. So, we know that the Mac Pro 2019 is coming, but we're not going to see it for a while. So, what will the Mac Pro 2019 look like, given its modular nature? What will you be able to upgrade? Is it going to look like a beefier HomePod? Before we dive into these details over the next year or so, we need to lay out the basics. Now, while the new Mac Pro used to be the one Apple product we actually knew with absolute certainty could have been released in 2018, we were mistaken. It turns out the new Mac Pro has been confirmed for a 2019 release date. The current Mac Pro computer debuted at the June 2013 Apple Worldwide Developers Conference, WWDC, with a December 2013 final release date. Of course, many purchasers didn't get their computers until April 2014 on account of back orders. Before that, the original Mac Pro was revealed to the world during the August 2006 WWDC, getting into the public's hands within the same month. Therefore, it's still possible for the Mac Pro to be teased at WWDC 2018 in June, when the product will release to the public. However, is anyone's guess, but we do know that Apple is going to make its fans wait until early 2019 at the earliest. If the Mac Pro is a no-show at WWDC, the next likely time it would appear would be in October or November, to make room for the unavoidable September iPhone launch. We have absolutely no Mac Pro 2019 pricing information from neither leaks nor Apple's own remarks on the device. So, once again we're left to speculate based on the pricing of previous Mac Pro models. The current Mac Pro, largely unchanged since its 2013 release, calls for a whopping $2,999, £2,999 or $4,899 Australian dollars to start. The only other model available hikes the price up by $1,000, £900 and $1,600 Australian dollars, respectively, for some beefy component upgrades. Given how long it's been since the previous update to the Mac Pro, it would be unwise for Apple to drive the asking price any higher. However, if the new Mac Pro's modular, upgradable nature turns out to be true, that could lead the firm to price the device accordingly, knowing that end users would no longer have to turn to it for upgrades. What will be inside the computer is, sadly, another unknown regarding the Mac Pro for 2019, save for a scant few details. For starters, we know that Apple is focused on issuing the Mac Pro with a modular and upgradable design. In addition to the new iMac Pro, Apple is working on a completely redesigned, next-generation Mac Pro architected for Pro customers who need the highest performance, high-throughput system in a modular, upgradable design, Apple wrote in a December 2017 press release announcing the new iMac Pro, as well as a new high-end Pro display. With that, we know that Apple intends to make at least some of the new Mac Pro design easy to manage, upgrade and set up in different orientations. If this is the case, this computer will have to work with a large variety of off-the-shelf parts, at least off-the-shelf for business pros or IT managers. Could the Mac Pro inadvertently be Apple's first mining computer? Simply put, there wasn't enough room in the last Mac Pro for storage expansion, and that needs to change in the 2019 model. Advertisement. We also know that Apple has a display in the works, presumably one that was designed with the performance of the Mac Pro in mind. As of last September, reports circulated that an 8K, 7680 by 4320 resolution display was in the works at Apple, and that it would compete with the 32-inch Dell ultra-sharp monitor that we recently reviewed. It would come with either 10-bit dithering or native 10-bit colors as well, but would not be touchscreen, despite the likely possibility that iOS apps are on their way to Mac. The other sliver information we know is that this Mac Pro could be one of the 3 Mac computers expected to launch this year with one of Apple's new T-Series co-processors inside. Like the T1, which manages the MacBook Pro Touch Bar and Touch ID, and T2, which manages the iMac Pro hardware security and allows for the automatic Hey Siri command. Before them, these will likely offload key tasks from the Intel's processors that will likely be inside the 2019 Mac Pro models. How will this manifest inside the Mac Pro for 2019? The most likely scenario is the latter one, implementing the very same T2 chip inside the iMac Pro into this device. That would bring pro-grade security and on-demand Siri to the Mac Pro, the former of which is crucial for getting traction in office environments. Beyond this, it's difficult to forecast much of anything hardware-wise that will be found in the Mac Pro 2019. Especially when factoring in conflicting reports that Apple won't make any major changes to its Macs in 2018.